Hey everybody, it's the Nitty Professor here to tackle the topic of the versatility of brown boots. So I recently did a video on black boots for every occasion, and today we're going to look at a variety of brown boots for a variety of occasions. I do have more brown boots than what I'm going to show you today, but I don't want to get carried away. So as we move along here, I'll be sharing some philosophical considerations that hopefully you'll find interesting. So we'll start off with this beautiful pair. These are my Red Wing Merchants, which you've seen before. They've taken a hit here. I'm going to have to try to, maybe I could get a cobbler to look at that. But in any case, that's because I actually do wear my boots. They're not museum exhibits, so that's a good thing. And as you can tell, yeah, I've actually gotten a fair amount of use out of these. This is the Ebony Harness leather, and I should know more than I do about, I'm gonna guess it's a vegetable tan leather, but in any case, this particular brown hue is a nice dark mocha. There is some pull up in this leather, not a whole lot, but these boots, I don't wear them like, you know, to go on hikes and stuff like that. I mean, theoretically I could, but the eyelets, there are no speed hooks. The eyelets are a little closer together, so they are suitable for a more, you know, professional type of setting. And teaching in these, of course, is an easy sell. I don't think these boots look as cool with shorts as, say, the Iron Rangers. So when I think of wearing boots with shorts, I think of the alpine hikers in Switzerland wearing their lederhosen and their wool socks with maybe even garters, and you know, those really substantial hiking boots that they would wear with the lugs. So something like this I would prefer to wear with, you know, pants, khakis, something where I can wear, you know, one of my Hungarian blouses over the top of it, or even just a rugby shirt or something like that. But they're extremely tough boots. I can wear them in any weather, and you know, they look good with a lot of different colors. I like the dark brown of this leather, I think mostly because it reminds me of chocolate, which is a very good association. Now let's look at these Trumans. These are the Coyote Roughouts, and I showed you these in the video I did on rough out boots. Of course, I discovered after I did that video that I left out two pairs, but that's nothing new. Hey dogs! Now that my son's dog is here, all hell breaks loose at any given moment of the day. So these are, you know, they kind of have a military look to them. When I wear these boots, I feel this, you know, kind of connection to the people who fought for our freedom, especially in World War II. And that kind of nostalgia for history really speaks to me as a German professor, because I have, hey, cut it out. Got a husky and a golden doodle, and you can bet that the husky is winning. So in any case, you know, I've done so much study of World War II and the impact of World War II in Europe. And, you know, even though you deplore obviously what happened there, it was just such a time. It was just such an era, you know, you just kind of get a feel for some semblance of what the people went through, and their struggles, and the work that was invested in order to bring order back to Europe and this kind of thing. So I kind of like that little historical nostalgia feeling that I get when I wear boots like this, which are, you know, advertised as having a military appropriate kind of leather that is very resilient and tough in any weather. I mean, I think of my grandfather back there. He was a cop back in the day, and he had to wear good leather boots. Hey, dogs. He had to wear, you know, motorcycle boots. He rode an Indian motorcycle, kind of like the Indian motorcycles that are recognized in the Red Wing boots that I got a couple years back. So, you know, all those associations I think are really cool. Now, here are my new, of course I had to bring these back out, right? These Iron Rangers. So what's the deal with brown boots? Why is brown so popular? Well, no, that's not the answer, Gorlami. The answer is, I feel like it's a bit of a cop-out, because throughout all the centuries until about 1500, of tanning leather, this was the result. It was brown. People discovered that if they used certain kinds of leaves and bark and stuff like that with certain kinds of substances, then the leather was made lasting and durable, and it was tan, right? That's where the word tanning is from. So it's kind of like that's what you did when you cured leather. It came out tan or brown. Now, I love this leather, don't get me wrong, and it does have a copper hue to it, which is really cool. Copper itself it's a beautiful metal, and it has probably a little more pink to it. Hey, Mistletoe, I got my cat here too. All the animals want to be in on my videos. Hey, let's save that for later, kitty cat. Okay, she's my pretty orange cat. She doesn't like our husky dog being home either. She makes her a little bit scared. So anyhow, copper is a beautiful color in its own right, and this leather is, look at that pull up. That's just wonderful. And then you get the kind of variations in the color, and obviously this is this is not a formal leather. It's not a formal boot. Not that I wouldn't wear it to present a conference paper in, but then I'm just me, right? So I'm 64. I don't have to go with the flow anymore. I'm almost retired, right? I can afford to stick out a little bit. But in any case, brown leather, black came along, and people thought, well, let's use that for the formal occasions. I was reading an interesting article about this. And finally, with aniline dyeing and other alternatives, people discovered, hey, we can figure out ways to make leather different colors just the way we can figure out ways to make fabric different colors. But did they do that? No. And the argument is that when people think of leather, this is what they think of. That's just, that's what you expect, right? You don't expect leather to turn out any other color besides brown unless you really go out of your way to make it that color. So there's a kind of a fashion inertia going on with the popularity of brown leather. And what I find interesting, especially in this country, is the resistance to self-expression, because we can make leather any color. So why don't we? Hey, Mistletoe, you're kind of getting in my way here. She wants to. She's like, this is her path. You can come across. No, I made her change her mind. These are my Allen Edmonds, so they call this Loden. Great. No, they call it olive. Maybe I call it Loden. But folks, this is still brown. So you can call it olive. There she goes. All day long. It's, it's like we're finding all of these cool names for brown. So great, and brown is a great color, don't get me wrong. But there's so many other great colors. Why do we just want to have brown leather, brown boots? We don't need to, So we can have pink, we can have red, we can have blue, we can have orange, we can have green. But no. And also the argument that brown is the most versatile, I think that also kind of breaks down too, because if you really think about it, we're just calling it versatile. We're just asserting its versatility because it's always there. And so, we see it. Well, look behind me. Wood. I've got two different colors of brown wood from the kitchen to the living room. And out in nature, earth, the soil, we're surrounded by brown. So we're always seeing ourselves with brown in the background, on the ground, on the tree trunks. And then we assert this kind of versatility onto the brown just because it's ubiquitous. I mean, if we wanted to, we could do the same about blue, right? We've always got blue sky in the background, well, unless it's rainy. And then we have gray, right? I would almost contend that gray is the most versatile color because it's going to harmonize with most anything. It's one of those colors that's not a color. It's between black and white, so theoretically it's not on the spectrum of any color. Therefore, I think you could argue that it goes with anything. But guys like to say that brown goes with anything. It's really interesting to see their arguments. They even argue that black isn't versatile. Go figure. These are my Allen Edmonds, and these boots have, not quite the same low profile as those Mertens, but what's good about these boots is they still have a little less aggressive type of forward heritage boot type of look, and they're weatherproof. And I've showed you these boots before. The whole reason I got them, well, I wanted to give Allen Edmonds a try, but this leather, it's a little wimpy. It doesn't give me the support as like what a Truman boot would do. But boy, oh boy, it can sure take the rain. I mean, it's just crazy. I can wear this in slush and snow. And believe it or not, these soles, because they're a softer rubber from the Vibram, they're way grippier. So there is something to be said for a sole that is, maybe it's not going to last as long, but in the winter when it's 0 degrees, rubber is going to harden, right? So you want this kind of rubber where I can literally squeeze this, but when it's 0 degrees, it's going to turn hard. And if it's too hard, it's going to fall on the ice. So the last pair of brown boots that I brought out today is my favorite, I think, all around favorite, partly just because of my taste and also my insistence on high quality, which is not always something that women have access to, because women's clothes and boots are inevitably inferior to men's, which makes me kind of mad. But fortunately for me, I have wide feet, so I don't give a crap, right? I can wear these whites. These are my whites. They're the, I'm trying to remember what they're called. Town boots. I'll have to remember the exact name. Let me see if it's on the box here. Main Street. I knew it had something to do with the city. The Main Street, and this is literally called chocolate suede. Again, chocolate does make me happy. I'm just going to admit that right off the bat. I like to see chocolate so that I can eat chocolate. And here we go. I can look at this chocolate all day long, and I can claim it's versatile all day long and wear it with whatever I want, including my authentic Norway t-shirt. These will work, I think, in most professional settings. I don't want to say formal. It's hard to me to imagine them showing up on a ballroom floor. But they're certainly sophisticated. And partly because, again, we have these smaller eyelets. They do have speed hooks, but they're really close together. So you have the thinner laces as a result of that. A more narrow profile in the last, as well as thinner profile just from the standpoint of the sole. We have the day-night soles on these shoes, which are in their own way versatile when it comes to pounding the pavement. So these are brown or not. Again, I'll go on record as saying that chocolate is one of my favorite colors for reasons that I think are readily understood, and therefore these are one of my favorite pairs of boots. I probably have at least half a dozen favorite pairs of boots, so there's that. You're not going to spend $500 on a pair of boots without liking them, I hope. That would be unfortunate. But I would like to go on record as saying that maybe it's time for us to rethink this assumption that brown goes with everything. I think that the article that I read that maintained that brown is popular because it's always been around, and from time immemorial, that's what happened when you tanned leather. It turned brown. It took a lot of know-how for people to figure out how to make leather in different colors, the way that they can make fabric in different colors. But isn't this a great opening for us to say, look, self-expression, let's embrace that, and embrace some of the wilder colors that, for example, Truman is coming out with, where we can dictate a little bit more about how we want to look, how we want to present ourselves to the world, and choose our own colors, not just because nature chose that color for us, but because we have the technology, we have the know-how, we have the creativity to determine, like C.F. Stead, I can have a bright green, I can have a burnt orange, I can have a maroon, and it's possible to tan leather in all of those colors. So I say let's encourage it. Let's encourage Truman to come out with increasing colors, and let's applaud each other when we are wearing more distinctive colors when we're going out and about. And there's nothing saying that just because it's a different color, it can't be, say, conservative or sophisticated. You know, you can wear navy, you can wear burgundy, forest green. They look awesome, you know. But you can also really make a statement, and you can wear like Nick on Strideways. He had the pink boots that he had there for a while that he got from Red Wing. Or you can wear, you know, an orange, or a chartreuse, or even like a neon. So one of my favorite pairs of boots is my purple, the Viola horse rump boots that I got from Truman. And I'm still working on breaking in the Aqua Ramblers, so I should wear those again tomorrow because I love those boots too. I love the way they look. So anyhow, hooray, brown. Brown's great. Brown's versatile. But you know what? We have alternatives because we have the know-how and we have the technology. So I say, let's give that a shot. Y'all have a great day. Take care. Bye.